It is one thing to make a bustier and is another thing for your bustier to be standing firmly on its own and hold your client's breast. Hi soulmates, my name is Tekla Izugu and in today's video, I will be teaching you how to make a standing firm bustier. So if this sounds like something that you like to learn, go ahead now, like this video already, subscribe to this channel and follow us if you have not done so. Also remember to turn on your notification bell so that you, my precious one, will be the very first person to know when I upload a new tutorial. So this is the pattern that I used to achieve this particular bustier that you just saw. So in order to make this pattern, I first marked my shoulder to nipple, which is 11 inches, my shoulder to underbust 15, my shoulder to waist 18. And then from my bust point, I now came up by 2 inches in order to get my chest line. And then I'm going to go ahead to rule all the lines out. So from my bust point, I came up by 2 inches to get my chest line. Then the shoulder I am working with is 16 inches divided by 2, which is 8. On that my chest line, I also marked another 8 and then I'll connect it all the way to my shoulder. Now this is my chest line, my bust point, and then my under bust and my waist. Then for now, the full length that I'll be using for this pattern is 24 inches. That is what you can see me connecting right now. So for now, this is the full length of our bustier. Then let's ride on. For the neckline, I will be using 3.5 by 3.5, just in case you would want to attach a yoke to your bustier. Then for the shoulder slope, I'll be coming down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. And remember that this is the front pattern of this bustier. So I went ahead to connect that together as well. So you would also notice that I am using my chest line also as my armhole line, right? Then my nipple to nipple divided by 2 is 4. My nipple to nipple is 8 divided by 4 divided by 2, which is 4. I marked it on my bust point, on my under bust, and then on my full length. So I'm going to go ahead now to connect all those lines together to form a straight line. Now, I am now going to go ahead. At this point, the mistake many of you make is that you take your dart straight all the way from your bustier, from your bust point. When you are making this type of bustier, divide your shoulder slope by 2, just the way you can see me doing. Divide whatever you have on your shoulder slope by 2, then connect it directly to your under bust. Don't draw the line from your bust point just straight up. Can you see the way my line is slanted? Because from your nipple to the up part of your breast is not exactly straight. So stop connecting it straight. Then on each side of my under bust and full length, I'm going to take 1 inch on each side. When you are making a bustier, make sure that the dart intake on the left is the same thing as the dart intake on the right. Like the dart intake on the center front is the same thing with the dart intake on the side front. Don't take maybe 1.5 and then half on this side. Make sure that both of them are equal from the under bust all the way down. So I took 1 inch on both sides of that line and then I went ahead to connect it all the way to my bust point. And then you would also notice that I mirrored my curve ruler. Make sure that you are using the same side of your curve ruler to connect it to your bust point. Then for my neckline, I will be using 7.5 inches. And on each side of that place that I have 7.5 inches, I'm going to mark out 3/4 of an inch. That is 0.75. I'm going to mark it on each side of the line. Now, I want you to pay attention to how I am connecting this. When I'm connecting my bustier, I try to make sure that the line that is coming from the under bust forms like a C curve to the up. Don't just connect it. make sure that it's like a flowing curve. It curves all the way from your underbust to that particular place, right? Then on the other side as well, I'm now going to go ahead to connect it. So one place that is very necessary is for you to make sure that you have an even curve on your pattern, because if your curve is not well put together, you might not be able to get a perfectly fitted bustier no matter how fine and good you sew it. And also mirror your ruler. If the way you placed your curve ruler to connect the center part, make sure you place it exactly that same way on the side part. So I just went ahead to measure the data, it is equal based on the length, and from that particular place I will now determine the depth of my neckline. So I just went ahead to connect it all the way to my chest line, and remember that my shoulder to my chest line is 9 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead to place my curve ruler to connect it. Now, if this is your first time coming to my channel, my name is Tekla Ezugu, and on this channel we share so many amazing tutorials, not just sewing tutorial, but on fashion business course. To get access to our fashion business course, click on the join button on your screen and go all the way through to join our membership. And I'll be dropping so many videos. There are already so many videos on the channel that you can watch to learn more. So just click the join button on your screen to join our membership. And then we also have a WhatsApp community of over 600 tailors that you can join, get to ask questions, and then get answers. So now on my pattern, I had to go ahead to impute my body measurements, and then I added the extra 2 inches dart that we took. On the bust point, I did not add any dart. But on the underbust, my underbust was about 7.5, 7.75, and then I added back the 2 inches dart intake. I did the same thing on the waist, and then I also did the same thing on the full length. What I marked on the full length is my round hip plus the extra 2 inches dart intake. Replaced it back. And then I also marked my bust measurement on the chest line, and I did not add any extra thing. I just added exactly that same thing I have on my bust on my chest line. And then on my chest line, I came down by half inch to now connect it all the way to the other dart leg to form my yoke, in case I want to add a yoke to this particular bustier. Then on the bust point, I came down by 1.5 inches to form my bust dart, and I'm just going to go ahead to connect that together, and then I shaded out my dart. So if you have not joined our corset class, go ahead now to do so. Use the WhatsApp link in the comments to reach out directly on WhatsApp, or you can use the seller link on our bio to join the corset class or to join any of our online courses. The corset class is a very detailed class. That's why I'm always telling you to join it. Then I now went ahead to now fold in my dart leg to close up that dart that I have on my pattern. Now at this point, I'm trying to get the curve on the down part of my bustier. You can decide to just cut yours at the waist, but if you're making it as a blouse, then follow this my method. On the waistline, I came down by 2.5 inches, and then on the center part, I came down by 5 inches, and I connected it together. And after doing that, I'm now going to go ahead to open up my darts. Can you see that? So guys, if you have not liked this video, please go ahead to hit that thumbs up on your screen, and if you have not subscribed to our channel, go right ahead now, hit the subscribe button, because if you don't, you might not get to see this channel again. So click that subscribe button on your screen right now, and also remember to turn on your notification bell so that I'm be able to know anytime we upload a new tutorial. Now that you have done that, thank you so much. Then I'm now going to go ahead to close up my bust dart just the way you can see me marking. And for me to be able to do that, I first had to open up my dart leg on the down part. Don't close up your bust dart without opening up the other dart on the downside, because it is going to make your pattern to rumple. And after doing that, I'm now going to go ahead to cut that out. Now, if you have not gotten our pricing calculator and you're watching this video and you are a tailor, just know that you are losing money to your clients. And all you have to do is to click on the WhatsApp link in the comments and reach out directly to get your own pricing calculator. If you are a tailor watching this video, you need my pricing calculator to know exactly how much you should be charging. And it is very affordable. It is just 4,000 naira. You can also use the seller link on our bio to get yours directly. And also remember to reach out to join our WhatsApp community of tailors. Now, after this out, this is what I have. This is my center front, my side front, and then my yoke, in case you want to join a yoke to this dress. So guys, this is where the tutorial ended. If you want to see the sewing part, just go ahead to check the video right after this one. The video is already out. I'm going to leave the link in the description, the sewing part, so that you see how we got that result that you first saw. So thank you so much for watching, and this is where we'll be stopping. My name is Tekla Ezugu. You can follow us on all social media platforms at Tekla Fashion School and Tekla Ezugu. And until my next video, bye. I love you all so much. Thank you for being on the channel. Bye.